If you missed the May 26th special report stream for The Division 2, hosted by community developer Anais Palm and creative director Yannick Banchero, don't worry, this recap covers everything you need to know. And trust me, there's a lot to be excited about. With the launch of the Battle for Brooklyn DLC and the kickoff of Year 7 Season 1 Crossroads, Ubisoft is making a strong statement that The Division 2 is far from winding down. In fact, it feels like the game is just getting started again. Let's start with Brooklyn. Longtime players will remember it as the very first zone in the original Division, and it's finally making a real return, not just a cameo. This isn't just nostalgia bait either. The Bridge Settlement, a once thriving community, is under siege by the Cleaners, and they're bringing a terrifying new weapon to the fight: corrosion. It's not just fire you have to worry about anymore. It's the lingering damage that eats away at your armor even after the flames are gone. It's a brutal twist that adds real urgency to firefights. And if you've been missing some of that Division 1 magic, you'll love what they've done here. The team went all in on referencing the old Brooklyn, with areas like Dumbo and Brooklyn Heights filled with little callbacks and visual cues to the original game. They're calling this a convergence of the past and future, and for once, that phrase doesn't feel like marketing fluff. It's exactly what this DLC delivers. One of the most exciting parts? The return of Smart Cover, one of the most tactically satisfying skills from Division 1. It's been reimagined for group play, with both offensive and defensive variants that can shift the momentum of a firefight. And let's not forget the new exotic Catalyst mask. It not only rewards you for being under status effects, but also reduces fire damage. Perfect for facing down those corrosion-tossing Cleaners. Combine that with the Catalyst's drop location, only available after completing the DLC's final mission, and you've got a powerful reason to dive deep into the heart of Brooklyn. What makes this update especially interesting is how the Battle for Brooklyn DLC and the Crossroads season are launching together. But tell completely independent stories. You can play them in any order, and they each offer unique rewards, missions, and progression. In Crossroads, we finally get movement on one of the biggest narrative threads in the game. Schaefer is awake. After all this time in a coma, he's finally talking, and he knows everything about Black Tusk and Natalia Sokolova's endgame. If you've been waiting for the main story to start moving again, this is it. The new seasonal modifier, Hardcore, is a total throwback to the firearms, stamina, and electronics system from Division 1. It's not about time pressure. It's about smart decision-making. You build up gauges by playing a certain way, and then choose when to cash them in for powerful active modifiers. And here's the kicker: they shine in team play. Activating them near allies extends their duration and gives your squad an extra boost, making them feel like real tactical choices, not just stat fluff. Then there's the new gear. The Imminence Armaments brand set gives you control over threat generation, which means stealthier play is finally getting some love. The Measured Assembly set, a clear nod to the final Measure gear from the first game, focuses on shutting down skill proxies, great for countering skill-heavy enemies. Oh, and yes, the one-strap backpack finally exists. It's real, and it looks amazing. The exotic lineup is just as juicy. The Packhand RPK-74 brings back a Division 1 favorite with a mechanical twist that rewards aggressive play. The Nimble Holster reworks the cover-to-cover healing mechanic in a sleek new way. And then there's the Tinkerer Mask, which lets your primary weapon borrow the talents of your secondary. That's right, you can double-dip weapon talents now. And it's not just theoretical. This exotic drops from the season's climax mission on Master difficulty. But perhaps the most impressive part of all this isn't just the content. It's the improvements to the overall experience. New players get a clearer onboarding system, with milestone builds unlocked at key levels to help introduce core build mechanics. The Shepherd system is getting a permanent XP boost, rewarding players who help others. Scavenging points are now account-wide, with a one-time grant of all your previous earnings. Just make sure you spend them before the update if you want to double dip. And seasonal journey missions now unlock in a batch after Mission 3, so you're not locked into a fixed order anymore. It's clear Ubisoft is making a serious push to bring new blood into the game. Between the free weekend from May 29th to June 2nd, Twitch drops starting on May 27th, and the long-awaited Xbox Game Pass release, the message is obvious. The Division 2 wants players back, both old and new. And with everything that's packed into this update, both in terms of gameplay and community, there's never been a better time to return to the streets. So now that we're standing at this major crossroads for the Division 2, what do you think? Does the return to Brooklyn hit the right nostalgic notes for you? Are you excited to finally see movement on the Sokolova plotline? And let's talk about that Tinkerer mask. Game-changing or too wild to balance? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. And if you found this recap helpful, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to ManaWar Gaming for more deep dives into the Division 2 and all the latest updates. We'll be covering Year 7 all the way through, so make sure you don't miss what's next. See you in the streets, agents?